Hello young friends, welcome to today's video. We are now going to study the poem Wind by the prominent Tamil writer Subramania Bharati. Let us get to know a few things about our poet before we begin with the poem. Subramania Bharati was born on December 11, 1882 in Ettaiyapuram, India. He was a great Indian writer from the nationalist period and is regarded as the father of modern Tamil style. The poet's best-known works include Kanan Pattu, Panchali Sapatham and Kuil Pattu. In 1987, the Government of India instituted the National Subramania Bharati Award in his honor to confer on writers of outstanding works in Hindi literature. A state university named after the poet was established in 1982 at Coimbatore. Let us now begin with our poem. The wind is a natural phenomenon. The average strength of wind varies from a gentle breeze to a storm or a hurricane. In this poem, the wind has been personified as a human being and also as a god. It also stands as a symbol of the adversities of life. It also stands for radical, revolutionary ideas that can sweep away the old and weak ways of society. Let us read the poem together to know more about how the poet describes the wind as a character. Wind. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. In these lines, the poet personifies the wind as a restless child that comes into a room and scatters things around. He makes an appeal to the wind to come in softly. He describes the things that a strong wind does when you leave the windows of a room open. It scatters the papers, breaks the window shutters, and ruffles the pages of a book forcefully, almost tearing it. He indicates the mess in his room and complains that it is the wind which is responsible for the clutter. Winds also cause evaporation and help to transfer rain-bearing clouds to places all over the world. Hence, the poet accuses the wind of bringing along heavy rains with it. Let us move on to the next few lines. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. Here, the poet accuses the wind of being a bully or almost a cruel god, someone who dominates others by using power or force. Remember that in many cultures, the wind is revered as a god. In the Indian context, there is actually a wind god known as Pavandev. The poet highlights the destructive powers of the wind. Often, strong winds cause widespread destruction. Strong winds like hurricanes break houses, doors, uproot trees, and make people lose their homes and families. The poet compares the strong wind to adversities in life. He also addresses the strong wind as a god who removes weak people or things ruthlessly and listens to no pleas of any sort. In this imagery, the poet compares the act of winnowing or separating wheat from the chaff to the wind god separating the strong people from the weak ones. Let us read on. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's joint the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. In these lines, the poet addresses the readers. As we build stronger homes and stronger doors to withstand strong wind, similarly, we are advised to strengthen ourselves as people. The poet compares the wind to adversities and advises the readers to be prepared for it. Strong wind blows out weak flames, but it acts as an encouraging fan to stronger fires. Similarly, adversities may break down weak people, but when one faces them with determination and grit, it helps to strengthen them as people. Thus we see how the wind proves to be a friend in disguise and how it helps in strengthening us in life. The poet reminds us that this friendship, the one that helps to make us stronger people, is good. It teaches us to be resilient and survive all kinds of storms. In Western literature, wind similarly symbolizes both a tremendous natural force and an agent of change. If you ever read P.B. Shelley's Ode to the West Wind, you shall find the poet expressing similar views about the way the wind destroys the old and weak and ushers in the new. So next time you encounter a really strong breeze, think of it as a time of change. We have now reached the end of today's video lesson. See you soon in the recap video.